Looks like we are live at Bohemian Grove. Say hi, Brendan.
Hey.
We saw what so far going inside of Bohemian Grove. Uh, 3 cars zoomed in and then zoomed right back out. That was pretty interesting. So I can flip this around. So you see nothing there, nobody there, completely empty right now. But there's something going on inside because we saw 5 cars go in there. At least 3 of those. I don't know if this last car was the last car a guy and a girl too?
Just a guy.
Just a guy. So at least 3 of those cars did have a guy and a girl go into the grove. We saw the groundskeeper, I think the head groundskeeper came through, and then another Bohemian Grove employee. Looked like he had the groundskeeper gear on, so he was there. But other than that, it's really, really quiet. Take a look at the parking lot over here too, and this parking lot is usually filled up by now, and there's nothing. There's nobody there, nothing going on. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're just having a private party, but there are no cars, no guards. Guards are always out here, so we're not seeing that. Maybe they're deeper in. Maybe the guards are just deeper in. I'm not sure, but there was a caravan of 3 different cars that just pulled in and pulled right back out. I thought they were maybe workers trying to hide or something, but maybe they were just tourists or people get lost. I wonder how many people actually just come through here just to see what's going on, you know? Oh, we're here in Monterey. Let's stop by Bohemian Grove. I don't know. Of all the places to vacation, this probably isn't one of one of the places you want to go to, but yeah, it's actually a little cold. This would have been a perfect day for a suit, I think. If I was gonna wear my suit any day, today would have been that day, but didn't work out like that. So the gates are open. It looks like the gates have probably been open for years because you can tell by the trees they're not moving or anything, but trees are covering the gate on this side. There is that famous little glove that's been there for what, 3 years now? And that glove is hardcore.
Easily.
Easily. There's like nails or something in the road right there. Is that what those are? Like boulders. Maybe that's where the old gate was. Actually, you can see the little bolts, yeah, all the way along there. Maybe 2 gates. Huh. They've got some maintenance work to be done. Got the nice fence here and some wires in between the fence. Brendan thought they were trying to electrocute us or something. You never know.
That's a noisemaker thrown at us, possibly.
That could be. Comes another car, looks like a Jeep. Let's see if this one has any people in it. It's a nice Jeep. See, we should have done that. People drive in, just drive through, drive out, like there's no one on here. I wonder how many people do that too. Just let's just go see what's going on. Comes a nice dog too.
All smiles.
I think it's ladies' night at the Bohemian Grove. That's what I think.
Picked a good time to bring their families. All the The cohorts are not here. And
All the creepos were staying home.
tour them around their little camps.
Probably at each camp. How many camps? 100 camps?
Over.
I see. Everybody could have their own camp. Maybe maybe they're renting it out or something. But
That's the second dog we saw. Maybe they're
Mhm.
having a dog show.
it could be it too. As long as they're not eating him. Be all right. That's a beautiful truck. I want a truck like that. My next car is going to definitely be big, big truck than my 5'4" self out of the truck. I would try that, but that wouldn't be very honest. But we are definitely live here outside Bohemian Grove. Another dog in that car too. Okay, in here with 2 people and left with 3.
Took the kid.
They picked up a young Asian person, it looked like, and a dog, possibly. What's going on? I'm getting suspicious. Getting very suspicious. We're just hanging out here. Some maintenance work going on behind us. Some clean up.
You know.
I don't think so. Brought the signal to us. So we're just hanging. See if we inside.
Put my mask on. It's just somewhere.
Generally, this would be any of that today.
Members
Yeah.
making fun of us,
Giving us evil looks.
spitting at us.
Yeah. What else today so
Waiting
far?
until your camera's off for them to screw with you.
Making sure we know all the rules and regulations, but not seeing any of that today. Before noon,
What are you doing here?
showing us their badges and their membership badges. But yeah, it's cold. So we're here. I don't know. If you had to judge it right now, would you say that they're open or they're closed?
The circus is in town, but some freaks are coming in and out.
Hey there, Ruby. Yes, we are live right now, standing in, and the parking lot that is usually full over here is completely empty. I tried to go live a few minutes ago. It didn't work, but I've seen a few cars roll through. This is the day would be the day for the cremation of care. Yes, this would be the big kickoff day. Generally, with the second got canceled off, and so we don't see the regular workers, the chefs. That's about it. We're seeing couples go in, which I think is interesting. Yeah, so they'll be here all through this week, all through next week, and then yeah, we're not seeing any of that. It is just, I don't know, either the guards are further deep in, maybe trying to hide, or maybe there really is nothing going on. But we have verified there are people inside of there, at least 3. So take that for what it's worth. That's stream gets you a little more ghostier, if that's a word, than normal. But cafe wasn't open. It looks like it's closed down. Doesn't look like it's even there anymore. So the beach area was open. Thankfully the park was open, so the bathroom was open. The Bohemian Grove 2020. All the protesters are probably happy. All the people who've been out here, for years, for decades, protesting Grove, they got their wish today. So whether they're doing it it's shut down. I mean, unless they're doing it in secret and, at a very social distancing level, this is it.
First time since the Owl Shrine's been built, they haven't had a cremation occur.
Yeah. That's it. That's history. What was Ruby was asking, is there a road that goes around it? There is a side road somewhere.
Side road.
Yeah, there's a side road somewhere, and of course they can always fly in or parachute down if they want, teleport. But this is supposed to be the only way in here, and that's, hey Virginia, thank you for that. God bless you too. Second gate is kind of, if we're looking at the road right now, second gate is over to the left, so it would be stage right. I don't know. Don't ask me. These guys know about theater. I'll ask one of them. But if we can get one of the guards or one of the employees to stop, maybe we can ask what's going on. Probably should have when we first saw him. I should have asked the guy, but I was trying to get this live stream up and running. I'm surprised that it's even working. So, but this is supposed to be the one way in and the one way out for the most part. So it was interesting. We saw a car go in with 2 people and it leaves with 3 and a dog. So, but there's definitely people in there.
The third was a young child.
Third was a young child. That's right. Everything. Usually we would hear bottles being dropped into large dumpsters by now. Not hearing things like that are circling. So I guess that's another indication that there's not too much partying going on. Not too much going on inside there. I don't know. We'll keep watch. There's a look at the road. Bohemian Avenue and Railroad Avenue, where the 2 meet. So I think if you go up Railroad, there's supposed to be another road up here or some little gate, some side gate that you, a lot of traffic or a lot of people or anything like that coming inside here. At least dog to Monterrey Day is what it looks like. I need you to try to work out what you're saying. Sounds like you're speaking to me in code. And I have not had my coffee yet. What do you think you would need to accommodate it? I don't know. I want to get inside. I want somebody to let us inside at some point. But that might not happen. This is one of the first cars that came in. This is a construction worker of some sort. So they brought some stuff in on the top. That's another indication of what's going on. Something's going on, They're doing something. There's another guy. Can't tell if that's a guy or a girl. With their dog. What? You gotta breathe. Breathing Corona. It's cold.
Yeah.
It is really cold. Physically. It's an interesting day. Check it out. I'll put on my thinking cap here.
What was the question?
I think she wants to say something, but is trying to purposely um, to not give things away. I think it's related to the side road. We need a drone.
We had him
Yeah,
for a minute.
we had a map, and then she tore it up.
Yeah,
Let us
like,
keep
wait
the
a
map.
minute.
I wonder what's on that back question. I don't know if that's where Alex Jones was let in, or if that's something else. But looking at the video, it looks like this is where the parking lot is. Flowing hair.
Very tasty.
Very pasty.
I saw Cooper
Anderson
years
Cooper.
ago, yeah.
Hmm.
He's with a baseball hat on, some sunglasses.
Yeah, I wonder what's on that back road too. Street and
It's
turn.
heavily resin. There's a little trail that goes up, I believe.
It's like yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, they have their mess. Gets pretty stuffy in the car without. Virginia's saying write down the license plate numbers and see if you can get DMV information on the people going in. Is that legal?
There was a Nazi hunter a few years ago that was writing down every plate.
Is that
For
right?
that purpose. Yes.
Did he ever find anything?
Never heard another word.
He never returned. Might be another car coming out. Sounds like a truck. Something going on. I can hear something in there. Little Georgia Guidestone looking rock monument thing here. Inside of this parking lot somewhere.
Jerry.
That's the worker. It's a complete ghost town. Probably nothing to do, nothing to clean up. Visual, it's passable. Hope it's not too bad, but best we can prize it's even working. Wish there was more to. It's usually where we stand over here, but doing some work. Comes another car. What that box is in the road for, but looks like another Mercedes, possibly. Guy didn't look too happy.
He was very angry.
Didn't have a mask on.
Camillus.
Maybe he's gonna guard the grove. First car that's stopped here. So again, thank you everybody here for joining us. We're just here. These Blackberry. I think I'll pass. I don't know where those have been. It's a nice offer though. Any cars that are high end? Yeah, I think the 3 or 4 cars that we did see come in were all high end cars. There was a Tesla, and then there was a Benz, a Porsche. Yeah. The loud noises. There's a big dumpster right behind us, right behind where Brent. Okay, same connection. So sorry about that. If the connection is really bad. At least the sun's starting to come out now, though. Yeah, sure, Kitty, no problem. Thanks for joining in. I wasn't expecting too much. It's more than I was expecting, for sure, but that's a pretty high-end car that's been sitting there. That guy seemed really angry about something, so we'll see. I don't know. Not much they can do about us, really. Yeah, they're breaking down trees, I think. I think they're clearing out some trees in the background. Hey, on the 15th. That's possible. We have three weeks to be here, so be good to come back a few times and just make sure they're not doing they shouldn't be doing. Not that I would ever tell anybody. Curious though. Yeah, good point, Ruby. If nothing was going on, you wouldn't see high-end cars. It's true. I just was not expecting to see women in cars um, going past this road here. That was that just seems different. I don't remember that any other year. It's not like this, at least. Southern Cal, yeah, Southern Cal. Southern Cal is pretty crazy right now. It's crazy everywhere in California, I guess. Doesn't matter. Let's try to stay in cities as much as possible. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't think they're too worried. Aside from my shaky hand, but um, make sure it's not too bad. Women allowed. Yeah, that's what they say, but they went in. At least 4 of them, 3 or 4. And usually with the women, some of the women you would see You know, they'd be a lot younger than the guy that they were with. But in this case, a few times, both of the man and the woman look like they're probably in their 60s, maybe 70s. Something going on in there. There's no doubt. I mean, I think we've shown that. We've proven that they're doing something here. You know, doesn't mean that they're gonna do everything, but it's a good chance mission of care or a version of that will happen. I don't know. Guess we'll see. Those are usually pretty nice, pretty chill. You can see a car in the back, maybe. It's impossible to see from this, guys, with this camera, but beyond those trees there is a second level for cars. It's, yeah. I mean, this is 2,700 acres here. Don't think social distancing would be a problem, even if they had a couple hundred people. Looks like they are obeying law, or the ordinance, whatever you want to call it. Going for broke. We're about 35 minutes into. At some point, we're gonna have to go get something to eat, possibly some coffee to wake up. Like 20 times. There, that's more like Bohemian Grove. That's more like what they do every year. Just come out, circle around, and then leave. Now it feels like I was hoping to catch him, just ask. Low battery. Okay, we'll keep going. I'm sure as soon as you show up, all of your great questions and prayers, and so your interest in this very unusual, the Bohemian Grove. It gets very interesting every year. Always something weird going on, but approaching. That's a nice one too. Yet another couple. No, okay, the truck didn't have a couple, but the nice car before it. Mode this year.
All right, Austin, we're live and having a lot of fun this evening, let me tell you. Coming up in about 9 minutes, we're going to air a 15-minute piece on Bohemian Grove. First, some of the actual rituals. Then we're going to get into some of the locals and what they say and what they know about the Bohemian Grove, as well as some more of the history on it and some of the maps and other layouts of this occult compound, supposedly controlled by so-called conservatives. Now, we have mainstream news articles like the 2nd of August, 99, movers, shakers from politics go Bohemian, annual Sonoma meeting draws Bush's, Kissinger, Powell, and Gingrich, by Suzanne Bohan of the Sacramento Bee mainstream newspaper. And I have a file here off the web from these mainstream newspapers, literally an inch and a half thick, dozens of articles. We have photographs from the University of Berkeley, which is the public relations arm of the Bohemian Grove, where they admit that all these former presidents and current presidents and people that are about to be president go there. About a week and a half ago, right before they announced Dick Cheney as George Bush's VP running mate, I guess now 2 weeks ago, they announced on the Monday before the Tuesday that the decision had been partially made and that George Bush Jr. had been consulting with George Herbert Walker Bush, the former president, his father, at Bohemian Grove. That was reported on CNN, but it was innocuous. It was no big deal. It's just some meeting with Colin Powell and many, many others out in the middle of the wilderness, an hour and a half north of San Francisco. It's in a huge gorge, and we infiltrated. We don't have time to show you all of the videotape from our hidden cameras infiltrating in, but we will show you the ancient Babylon mystery religion rites that we're developing there. Now, I personally am a Christian, but I've always done secular shows on TV and on my syndication